Example of 3D element I made in Motion Ninja. Is this YouTube logo? But how did I make it? Stay with me. Without skipping any steps of the video, I will move on to the most interesting part of this video. What will be the creation of the 3D elements? And give movement to these elements. Then I will create a new project. I will leave the bottom of my project in dark color. Now I will slide my finger down here, looking for a feature where shape is written. For those who don't know what the word shape means shapes or formats. A format menu will appear here that I can select for this project of mine, in which I will choose the circular format here with the selected format layer. I now need to click where it says 3D. In this part, I need to certify that the 3D key is activated. Otherwise, it wouldn't look like this. Notice that the image on the left has changed. It was just an ordinary white circle and static. Now he has movement. That's because the 3D key is activated. And you can also see that the circle has gained a kind of gray color. Where is the word thickness written? Translated into our language means thickness or thickness. I.e., this is where you will touch the appearance of your element. On the idea that I will apply here in this project, I need to leave this circle with an arrow. Very fine. So I just need slip your finger here on the word thickness on this rail. Doing with that the thickness of my element decreases more. If I disable the 3D key, the circle becomes a static common white circle again. Now comes an interesting part that I discovered. Clicking here on pictures, you will powers to select one image you can add here to this element. 3D clicking here in front, which means front. Make your photo gallery displayed. You will select an image that you are going to choose to put in the front of this 3D element you are creating. At this time of the gospel, have you noticed that I am creating a 3D coin? So I'm going to click here on the function that is because it will give me freedom to do the pinch effect and enlarge the picture I want. That appears in front of that circle. In 3D. They're in my project. I was messing with Ninja Motion by chance, and I discovered this feature kind of. Went to see if the light motion too has this feature, and I was surprised that there is also, and I never saw anyone talking about it. The difference is that in light motion, it is possible to add not only photos, but also videos in these 3D formats. Already here in Motion Ninja, it is only possible to add photos. Even so, this functionality is still very interesting that I ended up discovering by accident. I was cursing here inside the Ninja Motion and doing the in light motion. Here in Ninja Motion, possible to add photos at the front, at the back, at the top, at the bottom, left side and right side. Thing that in light motion is not possible. Well, I'm still finding the features of this very high coin of mine. So I'll keep sliding my finger down here on the porch. Where is it written worthy? To decrease its width. Or if case I wanted to apply the reverse effect, just slip your finger here in the other side, making the appearance of this element would thicken a little more. But how I want to make this look more realistic, so I'll make it really thin. Below where it is written rotates, which means rotation, we have 3 axes. The x-axis, the y-axis, and the z-axis. I.e., I select one of these letters here from these axes. I apply that frame and move to this coin, making her turn forward, back, right, or left. In this project, I am not applying that frames. I'm just rotating the currency, so you can see how it turned out. At the back, front, and sides. Imagine one universe of possibilities you can do. Using this function 3D, I am 100% sure that your videos will be more updated. If you apply these effects 3D in its elements in your edition, clearer that you also need to tell with a lot of where to create really interesting animations. Animations that will make your audience drop on their jaws. Notice also that the application applies as if it were currency display, minimum detail. But that makes all the difference, because this boy brought more realism to this 50-cent coin that I just created here for this tutorial. Here below, where is it written? Scale means scale, in which you can enlarge the image, making this coin bigger or smaller, making her get closer and closer to the screen, or move away from the screen. This functionality is also found here in where Basic. You will click in size, and we'll slide the rail down here. Choose a size percentage. So to speak of the coin, in addition to the size, you can also put the rotation. positioning, and among other functions that you select here at Basic. Clicking X, it is possible to apply effects that already come in presets, effects that are ready, and where you can also customize these effects. The effects you can customize are the ones with the rhombus on top, i.e. that icon of sky frames. So here you are free to use your imagination when it comes to your element 3D and gives movement to this element. I will apply some effects here, just to exemplify for you how will it get more or less. Here in case, you may notice that there is no way to escape the keyframes. We need to work with them to give movement to the elements that we put in our video. For example here, if I want to make this coin rotate in 360 degrees, I'll have to apply keyframes. And also stir here on the rail, where is a rotate written, which means rotation. This will make the currency gain swing movement. And on the tab where it says zoom, I can slide the arrow and apply keyframes and bring the currency closer or away from the screen. So getting to this stage, you can use your imagination to give movement to your element. And remembering, it doesn't have to be exactly a coin. I just made the format of a coin here so that you can better understand how. What works this feature? Ninja Motion here. I'm creating a series showing how to edit videos by apps other than CapCut. Prepare if, because you will be even more impressed. Ninja Motion. I intend to make several videos about this app, teaching techniques from basic to advanced. And if you notice well, until the interface here on the timeline is very similar with CapCut, which will not hinder your understanding. So if you always want to stay inside of the news that I bring here on the channel, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell of notifications, like YouTube will notify you every time I post a new class on Ninja Motion or about any other video or photo editing. Well, while I was doing the CT here, you can notice that I am applying keyframes to piles and adding movement to my currency, and also always adding graphics to give more movement. Soft to these keyframes, clicking X, you can add new moves and new effects, specials in your project. You don't need to be limited to just putting one type of special effect, and each effect and movement has its specific flap. That in case I'm in the popular tab, i.e. a tab that many video creators use a lot. These effects, I will add here a neon effect on this coin. Notice that the 50-cent coin ended up winning a neon championship, like an aura. I can also make this aura or the sparkle I made around this coin come to life, making her move, appearing, disappearing, sliding, i.e. anyway, the same method that I taught the creation of the 3D coin. It was exactly the same method I used to create YouTube logo. And again, I re-emphasize the importance of video editing, including keyframes. If you learned anything new from this tutorial, let me know in the comments below.